Hey, fight fans! Welcome to Caveman's Corner with your host, Jeff. Hey, fight fans! We're having a little technical difficulty with Ray, so I got to do the opening. Are you here, Ray?
Yes, sir.
All right, I got Ray with me. I got Sol and Renfro.
What's up? What's up?
And I got Tate Nelson. How you doing, Tate?
Hey, I'm doing great. Thanks for having me on.
All right. Well, I got Solomon and Tate in here because we're having a huge show in Buffalo, New York, or Niagara Falls, New York, whatever you want to say. We're having King of the Cage, and I got on the two title contenders. I got Solomon Renfro, and I got Tate. How's it going, guys?
I'm doing great.
Doing solid.
All right. So, who's going to win this fight, guys?
Me? Of course.
Of course, me.
All right,
Yeah,
Tate,
right.
you come in with that pushing style. Can you tell me a little bit about what got you into fighting and what brings you to New York to fight, man?
Well, out of all things, I used to be a tennis player, and it's quite a transition that I had from tennis to fighting. But when I gave up tennis, I wanted to get into a sport, and I've always been involved in many different sports, and I've been an athlete my whole life. And at the time, I had some anger issues and wanted to work out some things, and I knew a friend of a friend, Mark Munoz, who I'm sure you guys have heard. He's a former UFC fighter, and he took me under his wing, and I trained at his gym over in California. And ever since the first day I stepped in the gym, I've just loved the sport.
I see that your bio says you live in Alabama, but when we call it as a California number, where are you living at?
Currently, I live in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. I'm a student at the University of Alabama. But I was born and raised in Laguna Beach, California.
West Coast.
West Coast guy. All right, we got Saul, the East Coast guy. Saul, what got you into King of the Cage?
Well, I've been doing martial arts my whole life since I can remember. You know, my dad used to have me doing Jeet Kune Do, boxing, wrestling since I can remember. So,
Did you ever do tennis?
I've never done tennis, but if I did, I'd be pretty freaking great at it. I know that.
Actually, one of our best female fighters, Kristin Janese, was a almost professional tennis player. It turned out pretty good for her entrance in MMA.
Yeah, she's like one of the best.
Yeah, I love Kristin, man. She's a great girl. She's great at our gym too. She helps me out a lot.
So, how would you define your style, Tate?
I'm Muay Thai stand-up fighter, but recently in the last few fights I've had, I've been taking the ground and been a grappler. I spend the majority of my time training grappling. I'm a blue belt in jiu-jitsu, and I enjoy all sorts of aspects of MMA, but I had a little bit of background in wrestling before I started, and just taking off from there.
What's your favorite submission?
It kind of moves around, but I love taking the back and going for rear naked chokes and armbar submissions or anything of that sort.
I'll tell you what.
I don't really have a favorite.
If you throw a flying omoplata and you land it, I'll give you $100 cash right on the spot, man.
Hey, I'll hold that to you.
Oh, for sure, man. I actually seen the first finished omoplata in the amateurs in ground force fight, so I'd love to see a flying one finished in the very highest level of amateurs at King of the Cage. Saul, same question to you. How would you define your style, Saul?
My style is I'm like water, man. I adjust to whatever is presented to me in there. I can stand and bang. Actually, I don't stand and bang. I stand, I hit you, and you try to hit me, and you don't land. In the ground, I'm just as smooth as anyone out there. I roll with all black belts and high-level guys at our gym. So I'm ready for anything and everything out there. What's going to happen in the fight is he's going to come out. I'm going to land my shots. He's going to go down, and that's going to be that.
Well, what belt level are you in jiu-jitsu, Saul?
I am a white belt in the belt level. But, if belts don't do anything for me but hold my pants up, I compete at a very high level with all the black belts in my gym. So,
awesome. Have you watched some film on Solomon? How do you think this fight's going to go down?
I've watched a little bit of film on him. It was hard to find, but it seems like the research I've done, it seems like he's fought some good guys. But the film that I had, it seems like he was fighting a few tomato cans. But his wrestling looks good, and he looks like a solid fighter, and I'm really excited to take it to the cage and see who comes out the better men.
Awesome. Same question to you, Saul.
Yeah, I watched him a little bit. Same for him, man. I didn't see anyone that looked impressive to me that he fought. They all look sloppy. Tell you the truth, his stand-up didn't look great either. He looked great. He looked pretty good on the ground, though. Like he said, to rear naked choke. That looked solid. But none of that stuff's gonna matter. It doesn't matter how much film we watch or I watch. The result's going to be the same. I'm going to get a W, and that's going to be that.
Both you guys are pretty intimidating people. Tate, do you think you're going to be intimidated by Sol? Sol looks like a Mike Tyson kind of looking dude.
No, you're good. No, I don't really get intimidated by fighters, and it is a sport, and it has its ups and downs. But when I step in the ring, I'm focused and I'm there, and I know that I've put the training in and put all the work in that I know I can do. So for me to be intimidated by someone, he's just another person on the end of the ring, and he's just getting in the way of me getting that belt. So that's all I think about when I'm in there.
You're not getting that belt, man. I'm telling you right now, there's no amount of training that you can possibly do that ever to add up to what I do. What I do on one day is probably your whole week. And this is me just being disrespectful. This is just me stating 100% fact. I just know for a fact. And when you get in there, you're gonna realize you probably shouldn't have came out here. You're gonna be in there. I'm gonna be hitting you with every shot in the book. I'm gonna be taking you down. I'm gonna stand you up. I'm gonna make you do whatever I want you to do. If I want you to stand up, we're gonna stand up. If I want to take you down, you're gonna go down. You're gonna realize you're gonna be like, man, why the hell did I show up here? But at the end of the day, man, it's gonna be a learning experience for you. You're gonna get better from it, but you're not gonna take that belt.
I just want to say your trash talking is getting a little bit better there, Sol. I used to say I need to write your material for you, but it's a lot better right now, man. I'm impressed. I'd be intimidated.
Hey, man, I'm not trash talking, man. Like Tate's a great athlete. I saw him, man. He's huge, man. He looks like a real good athlete. He looks like a great kid. And I don't mean no harm to him. I have nothing against the guy, but he's in the way of my legacy, so I have to take him out. After that, if he wants to train together sometimes, I'm definitely down. But right now, I got to take care of business, and business right now calls for me to take his head off, and that's that.
Do you ever get intimidated in the ring? He's a pretty huge guy, like you said. He's really big for the weight class. He doesn't have a little height on you.
No, man. I used to fight at 85, man. I fought higher than that, so I fight guys bigger all the time. I spar with Joe Taylor on a regular basis. He's a world class kickboxer. He's huge. He's like 205 pounds, and I really don't think size is professional boxers. Size doesn't mean anything, man. In the fight, it's about skill, and
exactly.
I'm confident. Yeah, and he knows, and I'm confident that my skill level is gonna definitely be on show that night.
Who do you guys think is a better wrestler? Tate, do you think you're a better wrestler than Sol, or do you think Sol's a better wrestler, Tate?
I know he's got an extensive wrestling background, at least from what I see. It doesn't really matter, honestly. I put in a lot of work with wrestling, and I'm very confident on my feet. And I'm looking forward to see how it goes down, but, there's no true way to tell, and that's what we're going to find out this Saturday.
The key to this fight is that takedown, whether you can get the takedown and get Sol on the ground, or whether Sol's going to dictate the pace of the fight. And I think that's, when I watch the fight, that's what I'm going to be looking for. If you can close that distance, you put Sol down and get him on, and get on top of him, I think you win the fight. And I think go ahead. Yeah, I'm going to be pushing the pace, and I do a ton of cardio. I work 6 to 7 hours out a day, and half of that is cardio. And I really know that I'm going to be pushing this pace. The fact that it's 5 rounds, if it goes that, I'm all for it. I'm not going to get tired. I'm going to keep pushing the pace. And, whether or not he takes me down more or I take him down more, if it goes to the ground, I know I'm going to finish it there. But, I spent a lot of time.
You keep saying you're gonna finish, man. You're not gonna finish anything. You're gonna get finished, dude. Like you're gonna come out here, and I'm telling you, the first exchange, you'll be like, holy shit, I'm in here with a fucking rock star or something like that, like someone that's just out of your league.
Mike Tyson.
And I'm sorry, man. No offense to you, and I do think you're a great guy, and I wish you the best luck with everything. But just with the bad luck that you took to take the fight, and you're gonna come down here and get destroyed. But you're gonna learn from it. You're gonna go back and you're gonna be a lot better from it. But like I said, at the end of the day, I got to do what I got to do, and that's handle business, man.
Sol's taking over the interview.
I got to take you out.
Go ahead.
No, likewise. Like I'm gonna put the same effort into it as you think, and I'll just let you know, like lots of fighters, they like to shit talk and they like to get in each other's head, and I'm not much of a talker. I like to put what I put into the fight, exactly what I've been training and doing and working with, and it doesn't faze me. So I'm excited to just go in there and do exactly what I've been trained to do.
And that's get your ass whooped, man. I'm not shit talking to you. I'm just telling you 100% what's gonna happen. You're gonna come out here.
Yeah, you're saying you're not shit talking. You are. I'm just saying
I'm telling you what's gonna happen. I'm telling you the truth. That's
all right, I'm gonna cut you off because I know Tate didn't want to get the shit talk, and I know you gotta get out of here.
Right? Yeah. I know. Like I said, I respect the guy. I don't want to shit talk him. He has a pretty good record, man. I seen him beat some good guys, and he has decent ground game. But at the end of the day, you put whoever you want to put in there against me, and I'm gonna come out on top, regardless.
Right. Well, I'm looking forward to putting my actions into the cage instead of just words.
Sounds good, man. All right, got any last words, Tate, before we let you get out here? I know you got shit to do. I appreciate you coming on, by the way, too.
No, thanks for having me. I'm excited. I'm ready to go for this fight. Just gonna fly out there and kick some ass and take back that belt. And I'm really excited for the opportunity. And thanks for having me on.
You come get experience.
All right, thank you for coming on, Tate. We really appreciate it.
Thanks, Tate.
Thank you for taking the fight, Tate. A lot of people wouldn't. You're brave for that. Thank you.
I promise we're not gonna throw you under the bus after we get you off.
Don't worry. Have a good one, guys.
All right, thanks, man.
Thanks, man.
Have a great day. All right, that was a pretty powerful call. Sol doesn't mess around.
Man, on the line. He's gonna whoop your ass, and then you go learn a lesson from that. Educational.
You can tell who Ray's sponsoring. Ray may have some financial interest in this fight, so you can't take what he said for granted. I appreciate Tate coming on the show, and I'm not going to throw him under the bus. Like I was about to say before you guys got into it, I think he needs to take you down, and if you spend any time on the feet and you're controlling the pace of the fight, it's going to be a really bad and short night for Mr. Tate.
Yeah, I mean, I like Tate too, man. He seems like a really nice guy. I saw, his Instagram and YouTube channel. He's in college, about to graduate. He seems like a good kid. And he's more interested right now in getting his job and this financial situation situated in this fight, which is cool. But me, I'm 100%. I'm all in, and that's the difference right there. I train all day, every day.
I don't see Sullivan get beat by a tennis player.
I don't know. Did Miss Kristin Janese ever tap you out?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That is a funny story.
That's different though.
My first day at the gym, I was coming off of from football, and we were doing jiu-jitsu, and not my first day, it was like my first week actually. And I was just rolling with Kristin, and I was thinking, man, I'm gonna just go light with her. She's just a girl. And the next thing I know, I was being tapped out. I remember what it was or how it happened. I just remember she tapped me out. So, and like ever since that day, I learned. Well, I always knew, but never take nobody for granted. No matter who I'm fighting, even though I say Tate's a bum, he has a good record. Even though I think he's not close to me, I still train my ass off. I've been training with professional boxers, kickboxers, top-notch jiu-jitsu guys, everyone I possibly could to get prepared for this fight. Not just that, I've also been doing like cardio through the roof. Like guys don't understand. I did cardio before I came here. I'll do cardio after I leave here. And this is Sunday's gonna be my last day of. Today's gonna be my last night of hard cardio training. The rest gonna be just pad work and weight cut. But yeah, these guys they don't understand. They think they know, but they don't know.
I'm going to say a couple things real quick. First of all, you should never talk your opponent like he's a bum, because you want to sell him like he's the best guy in the world, and you're going to beat the best guy in the world, right? We got to keep working on trash talk. We're like, he's the best, but I'm much better. And that's how we got to get to it. And second of all, I don't think he's a bum. I just think that maybe you guys are on a little bit different levels. He would probably kick my ass, dude. He's a big dude. He can push forward. Maybe he submits me. Maybe he doesn't, whatever.
He's another Greg Gannon.
But at the same point, you're on a trajectory to go high, man. Like these guys that you call bums, they're just regular people trying to do the job. So I just want you to think about that when you're saying stuff about these guys.
I mean, I don't, like I said, he's not a bum. I call him a bum. I call them all bums. I call guys in the UFC bums, which some of them are. I look at some guys in the UFC, I'm just like, how the hell is this guy in the UFC? Seriously. Like, you guys know the truth. Like, they could just be like they just know somebody and got in. I just don't think these guys understand, true fighting and, the amount of hard work that you need to put in to be one of the greatest. And I do.
Well, are you still the number one ranked middleweight in Western New York now?
As far as what? On Tapology?
I don't know. Whatever. All of them. Anyway.
I don't know. I don't care. I know I'm number one regardless of those rankings. But there are some other guys up there that interest me. There's Ernest Guyton. There's Liam Anderson. Who else is there? There's Blake Kern, who I just fought. But yeah, I mean, I'm not even middleweight no more. I'm a welterweight. But hey, I will gladly go back up and beat up one of those guys if I have to. And after I take this welterweight belt, I might go down to lightweight and take that belt too, and then I have 3 belts.
Why don't you stay away from welterweight just in case I want to go back? I would appreciate not having to fight a gigantic black Mike Tyson looking dude. I'm not Tate. I would be a little intimidated. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, yeah, Tate is a pretty big guy though.
Yeah,
he looks like an NFL athlete or something. That dude's big.
Yeah,
he's probably stiff as hell, like a board.
Anyways, I kind of did that so we could segue into calling Liam Anderson. I know you guys got a little beef. Hopefully we can settle that on the show.
Liam Anderson, call him up.
All right, so
Okay.
we're about to call Liam right now.
Okay.
All right. And
Solomon is ranked number 3 in the state. New
number
York
3 in the
State.
state.
Yep.
Who's ahead of him?
And number 4 in Northeast.
Go click at who's ahead of Saul.
Who's ahead of me?
You gotta click on the.
I'm number 1. Forget those stupid rankings. That don't mean nothing to me. I'll whoop all those dudes. All of them.
You got they got Liam. Matter of fact, at number 2. They got Liam in number 2, and then they got Brett Tarhan at number 1.
Brett who?
Brett Tarhan, whatever. He's 14-3.
He's gotta be from New York City. I never heard of him.
14-3. Why are you still amateur with a record of 14-3 when he needs to be going pro?
Maybe this
Yeah,
is gold,
he been fighting since 2013. Yeah.
Holy cow! Oh, I've been fighting since 2015. I don't know how long Liam's been fighting, but I'm very confident that it's probably longer than me, all of them. So
Definitely. All right, well, we're going to give Liam a call so I can stop being distracted by my damn phone. All right, we're back, and we got Liam Anderson. How's it going, Liam?
Going pretty good. Thanks for having me.
We were just going over the rankings, the middleweight rankings, and saw that you were ahead of Saul, so we thought we'd give you a call. Do you know what's that guy's name?
I don't know.
Brad Tartam is? He's number 1.
Yeah, I was just talking about with Kyle today. I have no idea who that guy is. I haven't seen any film on him or anything. I don't know who he is.
I didn't even see him on the rankings before this the update.
He's 14-3.
He's fighting out of Team Link, it looks like, in Vermont. You know, that's a decent team in Vermont. I know about them.
Yeah, I think you and Saul both smashed him, though. So anyways,
Oh, yeah.
what started the beef between you two guys? Every time I go to a show, you guys are like nose to nose,
Let
man.
me say this, man. I ain't got no beef with Liam. Listen, if anything, I was actually a fan of the guy once I finally saw him fight in person, you know, but you know, he wanted to bang, and at the time I just wasn't in I wasn't in the right place to be doing that right now. But I said I would do it on King of the Cage for this fight, and I guess he didn't want to do that. So it is what it is. But, you know, at the end of the day, I think it comes down to competition, and you know, he's gonna say the same thing. But I just know I'm better, you know, overall. And if we get a chance to prove it, we do. If we don't, I don't fucking care. I'm a welterweight now anyway. Probably maybe go down to lightweight. But I mean, I would love to test myself against somebody like that for sure.
What do you think, Liam? Do you got any beef, or you guys just a little competitive spirit between the two of you?
No, I have no beef. The only thing was, you know, I had an opportunity. I looked at Nick Diaz coming down, you know, fighting, you know, I mean, you know, watching the fights at FCP. I thought it was an opportunity, you know, fight in front of him, fight Nick Diaz, the legend, you know, and I wanted to fight the best guy and you kind of show off to Nick Diaz that, you know, I'm the best guy, you know, but I got no beef with him at all. I just wanted to test myself against the best guy, and it just didn't happen. I was just upset that I didn't have a fight, you know. We were trying to find somebody to fight me, and we couldn't find anybody. But, you know, like Solomon said, it is what it is, you know.
Well, here's my thing, though. Had he come at me like that, had he said or messaged me one-on-one and been like, yo, I wouldn't put on a show for Diaz. Let's put on a great show. Let's sell it out. Let's bang. I would have been like, let's do it. Cool. But the way they came off on me, especially the way well, I'll tell you what happened actually, piece by piece. I was supposed to fight on that show, that same show, right after I fought King of the Cage. I agreed to fight. I agreed with FCP to fight on their show. What was that? November or something? November 12th, I want to say. I was supposed to fight in that show, and what happened? Oh, I forgot who was supposed to fight. Some guy, and I asked for a certain ticket commission, and they were like, no, we don't negotiate with amateurs. And I was like, well, then I guess I'm not fighting on the show. And then like 2 days later, Liam tagged me in some post saying he wanted to fight, but I already said I'm not fighting the show. But I mean, it is what it is. That bygones be bygones now. But yeah, that's how that whole thing started with the whole FCP thing. It wasn't Solomon ducking, no, because I don't duck nobody, man. I try to fight the best that I can. But yeah, the whole FCP thing, it was because of the commission. That's all it was. Not supposed to fight. I forgot who it was, man, at 170. But it's whatever now. It's over now, so I don't care.
What kind of commission?
Yeah, I don't have any ill will towards Solomon whatsoever. Like I said, I just wanted to fight him because he was ranked ahead of me at number 1 and I was number 2. You know, I just wanted to see, you know, take that spot back and, you know, show off in front of Diaz. But and you know, like I said, it was an opportunity to fight Diaz. But even though I didn't get the fight, I still got what I wanted. I still got the connections with Diaz and his manager and the Belgi group and stuff like that. So, you know, it's all cool now, you know?
Did you smoke with him?
Ray, I don't know if you can hear Ray ask or not, but Ray asked if you smoke with him.
If I smoked with Diaz? No, I had a fight. I had a fight a couple of weeks later. I couldn't smoke. I didn't smoke or drink or anything with Diaz.
I'm pretty sure one of our guys smoked up with Diaz. Mr. Scott Skinner had a good time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I believe that. Oh, my God. So many guys come up to Diaz telling him that they got the best shit in Rochester or whatever, and he would be like, okay, you would smoke with them. So. That's all I heard was every second of the day was somebody come up and be like, man, I got the best shit. And he's like, oh, really? He's like, you want to smoke up? He's like, yeah. That's all I heard.
That's awesome, man. Are you going pro? I heard you're going pro now. Or are you signing a pro contract?
Yeah, we're planning on going pro in May. I can't really say when in May or, who it's against or what promotion it's for because it's kind of secret. But I'll let everybody know soon. We're still in talks.
Sounds good. I'm just trying to get the beef squash between you guys so you guys can train together because for me, I think you guys are two of the best guys in New York State, and it looks like you guys are going to be competing in different weight classes anyways. And New York State is such a small area in the country, man. Yeah. We need to get all the best guys we can together to train so we can make a dent in the fucking national scene. Because who the fuck cares about some bullshit show in Buffalo or Rochester, New York, when we could be putting guys in the UFC, and that should be our main goal is this community of MMA.
No, yeah, I definitely
for sure, man. I love it. I would go for it.
Yeah, I mean, like the guy I'm fighting now, I think he's like almost identical to Liam. Like he's the same size. Or Liam, he may be a little bit bigger than Liam actually. I mean, muscle wise, and Liam might be a little bit taller. But yeah, if we could have worked together for this camp, that would have been sweet.
Oh yeah,
maybe next time. But yeah, like you said, Caveman, I'm definitely down to work with the guy. I don't have no ill will. I wish him the best too.
I heard through a grapevine that this was all about a ring girl. Is there any truth to that, or is that like bullshit?
No, not at all.
All right, because if you guys are fighting over some girl, this is some stupid ass bullshit to be fighting over, man. You guys need to get together and be fucking training. We don't need to like BS over girls, dude. You can replace a girl unless it's your wife, man. It's no big deal.
Nah,
I definitely want to train with Solomon. I want to get better. I know he's really good. Exactly the reason why I wanted to fight him because he's really good. I'm like I said, I'm a fan of Solomon. I love watching him fight. I try to come out to every fight he has, except for maybe the last King of the Cage fight. But I've seen actually most of his fights live, and like I said, I'm a fan. I love watching him fight. And I would love to train with him.
Awesome, man.
Awesome. All right, well then, yeah, let's do it, man. You hit me up. Let me know when your next camp is, and I'll come down and help you out. And likewise, we'll squash the beef right there.
Yeah.
Awesome, man. Thanks, Liam, for coming on. I had Solomon on, so I wanted to make sure I got you on too. I want to have you on for a show individually as well, but I wanted to make sure I can try and squash this beef so we can go to these FCP shows and I don't have to worry about watching you guys fight.
Yeah, it'd be like a Bad Boy versus Death Row.
Sure.
All right, thanks for your time, man. I'm going to let you get out of here, all right? Cool, man. Thanks for coming on.
You.
Yep. Bye-bye.
Yep.
All right, Caveman's like Dr. Phil, dude. I'm putting you guys together. How's it feel?
Dr. Caveman.
I mean, it feels the same, I guess. It's nice to have a new partner, though. I mean, and like I said, I do think the guy is talented. So it's going to be great working with him.
To be honest with you, I think you need that tall look with that's a good striker. It'd be a really good look for you to work with, especially because you're going to be short even at 70. If you go down 55, you're about the right height for 55. But 70, you're still going to run into these tall motherfuckers, dude. You got to kind of handle your business.
Yeah, maybe. I don't care how tall they are.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just a good look for you. And he's a good guy,
Yeah,
too.
no, he is. He is.
Yeah, I always like Liam a little bit. Even though he was checking you out in the dressing room. Not like checking you out, like checking you out, guys. I mean, he was. I was holding pads for Sol, and he was just watching it before the fight at the hotel. Remember?
Yeah, I remember that.
So I was like, "Who the fuck is that guy?" All right, let's get into you, Sol, a little bit. You called in on the Whitman show last week, and you said you've been training since you were 5. Can you go into that a little bit?
Yeah. Since I can't remember, man, my dad used to always bring me to like boxing gyms and kickboxing gyms, and I used to always watch the guys and go hit the bag when I was younger, and yeah, that was just really cool for me. And like I remember when I was like elementary school, I used to train with Jimmy Rawson, and every day after school, starting from like 3rd grade to 6th grade, he would like pick me up and take me to the boxing gym, and I would just train all night long with him. And I used to hate it. I used to hate it. Other kids used to be like playing around and stuff. I used to be in the car looking out the back window while they play around, going to the gym, and it was like so sad for me. But once I got there, I loved it every time. But just the ride there sucked for me.
Mickey pretty much said the same thing, and that they got you in the gym at an early age and getting your ass kicked all the time. Do you think that made you a better fighter or a worse fighter, or is it what makes you so
he didn't
driven?
say he got his ass kicked.
No, I know he didn't say that. But when you're a little kid, dude, there's grown men in there that don't whoop your ass.
I heard rumors that he made a grown man cry.
Yeah. I mean, I've been sparring with grown men since I was like 12 years old. I've been beating them up since I was like 12, especially in the boxing ring. Like I said, even right now, I feel like I have an option between going pro and boxing or MMA. I might even do both. But yeah, man, that background since I was younger, it really made me who I am today. It's going to make things so much easier for me as a fighter, and being around hard work and dedication. Know what that's like, being able to. My dad had me growing up watching film of Mayweather and Tyson, not fighting, training. Ali, training, watching the way they work. And that's why I train the way I train. You guys see me, man. I train all day. 6 a.m. I get up. Then after that, 7 a.m. I go to jiu-jitsu. After that, I teach someone. After that, I go to kickboxing. After that, I go to boxing. After that, I go to MMA. After that, I go sit in the steam room and relax a little bit. Like, it's an all-day affair for me. And then when I go home, I'm watching film, not just my opponent and other guys, or I'm watching film on movement and things like that, and how to just make myself better. I am almost completely obsessed with this. I don't think about nothing else. And I know where I want to be, and I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there within 3 years, 100%.
Can you go into your wrestling background a little bit? I know you had a pretty good amateur wrestling career. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, I wrestled in high school. I wrestled my junior year, senior year, and I wrestled like for 2 matches in my sophomore year, only because I hurt my foot pretty bad, and I was more worried about football at the time. But yeah, my junior and senior year, I wrestled. My junior year, I got all the way to sectionals, and I lost Richard Sisti. You guys can look him up. He's a beast, man. He's like a freak of nature. Someone
say the same thing about you, sir.
Yeah. I wrestled at 220 in high school, and I shouldn't have been wrestling at 220. But yeah, this guy, he wrestles for Michigan University now, the Michigan University, and yeah, he scraped me in like a minute. But I learned a lot from that, so it made me a lot better. The senior year, I won every match except maybe three, and I lost by this. I never got pinned. I only lost by decision. I went all the way to states. I did pretty good there. And yeah, that was my wrestling career. My wrestling coach, I still talk to today. He's like family to me. Me and his son are best friends. James Cunningham, he coaches at Canisius High School. We talk on a regular basis. I go there sometimes to work out with their wrestlers. They actually have a kid right now at 220, Mason Hoos, who's going to states right now. He'll probably, I think he's probably gonna win it all. The kid's an animal, man. He played football at Canisius High School and he wrestles. He was an all-state linebacker. I think he's an all-state fullback, and now he's about to probably place in the states, at least top 3. So I've been getting my work in with them.
I was just gonna ask you how much work you've been doing with him.
A lot.
That's good. He's a big guy, kind of like your opponent coming up.
Yeah, real big kid, man. Real big, real strong, athletic, fast, smart in there. He knows what he's doing. He can shoot. He's athletic, man. I love working with him. He takes my game to a new level. When I defend takedowns against him, when I throw these other guys off, it's like, psh, come on, man. That's your shot? Good luck.
God damn it. You stop throwing a caveman off like that. Jesus Christ. I hate when you smash me. People don't realize how good you were at football. Can you talk about what you've given up to come and become a fighter?
Yeah.
I mean, not a lot of people know the story, but I wanted to get out there because you did give up a lot.
Yeah, I definitely had the chance to play some top-level football at Division II and Division I schools. And I had a decision after high school, either keep playing football, keep playing tailback, or do what I dreamed of since I was a little kid. And I sat down and I was like, I want to do what I dream of doing, because in football, if the quarterback messes up, I get hurt. The coach calls a bad play, I get hurt. Lineman misses a block, I get hurt. But I did love it though. Sometimes I miss the camaraderie. I watched college football sometimes. And I'm like, man, I see some of the. I used to go to these Nike camps, and some of the guys that were at the Nike camps, I see them scoring touchdowns for like Notre Dame and Ohio State. Like Mike Weber, he starts running back for Ohio State. I was at a camp with this guy, man. We ran the same 40 time, 4.5. So that could be me right now playing at Ohio State if I wanted to. But this is definitely the goal. This is definitely the dream. So I'm going to make this happen for me.
So did your father want you to play football or MMA?
My dad believed in me either way, but he definitely was more for football. He said he always told me that it would be a lot easier in football because even if once I make the NFL, I'm pretty much already rich. You know, I can be crappy and still be a millionaire. You know, but with fighting, I have to. It'll be a lot tougher. You know, and he was right. But at the end of the day, this is what I wanted to do. So I'm following my heart, and I'm going to make this happen.
Awesome, man. That's pretty inspiring. Do you think there's any kind of camaraderie in MMA like there is in football? I know we just squashed a beef with Liam, so I know there's a lot of beefs going on, but do you have any like people that you're close with, like close teammates?
Yeah.
Or is it more individual since you go in the cage alone?
I mean, with football, it's like your team, you do everything together, you know? I had a lot of nights in high school where I would spend that at my teammates' house. They'd come over to my house. You know, when things were hard for me financially, they would always come over and help out. So, like, those friends I have from that team, they'll be friends for the rest of my life, regardless. You know, when I am a millionaire, I'm going to make sure I take care of them because they took care of me when I had nothing. But, you know, with football, you train together, you eat together, you sleep together when we do training camp. And then when you're on the field, you go to war together. You know, you're out there together. You look to your left, you look to your right. That's your boy right there. You're about to make something happen together. With fighting, similar but different. Fighting, you fight in the cage, but you don't get there that way, you know? You fight alone in the cage, but you don't get there that way. You got your teammates that, you know, train you and help you get there, your coaches, your friends and family, you know, people that help provide for you in order for you to train. You know, because MMA is expensive. A lot of guys don't know that. Go to a good gym, it costs you at least $100 a month, at least, you know?
That's just for the gym.
Yeah, that's just for the gym, let alone training and traveling and all that. So you're going to need sponsors and family and friends to help push you and coaches to give you extra time and teach you and things like that. You know, but so I get camaraderie from MMA from like a couple teammates especially. Like shout out to Patrick Mix. When I first came to the gym, I was I could just stand after super late all the time. After class, I would stay after and hit the bag or work real hard on like the mitts, things like that. And he saw me. He was like, "Man, I see you working hard. You're gonna be good." And he showed me a couple things. And after that, we've been tight ever since. You know, I actually just left the steam room with him, chilling out. And then Joe Taylor, he's like a big brother to me. He's helped me out so much. Words can't even explain. As far as like even just a mental standpoint from like Sal, make sure you don't do this, don't be in the streets, don't be out here chasing girls, things like that, you know.
Joe Taylor knows about chasing girls. Chasing girls.
Yeah, he does. But Joe Taylor, man, he definitely helped guide me as well as my father. But you know, Joe Taylor definitely helped guide me and keep me in the right path. And even now, you know, we still put in tons of rounds. You know, Joe Taylor's a world kickboxing champion. You know, a lot of people don't even talk about that. He's went over in Spain and won the world kickboxing in 2 weight classes. You know, Patrick Mix won the Fighter Source tournament. These are guys that I work with every day, world champions. And, you know, you are who you hang with. And I'm about to be a world champion. So, yeah, camaraderie for sure from those two. Also got Eric Herbert. He's fighting on King of the Cage. He's my head coach. You know, when I first came in the gym, I was a little bit afraid of Eric. I don't know why.
Was it because he's a policeman and you're a black guy? I'm just saying.
That might have been a little bit it, yeah. But no, I don't know why. I was just a little afraid of him. But you know, he's definitely someone that when I came in the gym, I was looking up to, and I was like, man, I want to be better than that guy. Not as good as him. I want to be better than that guy. You know, but you know, he's a great leader, a great coach. Anytime I have anything going on, I can always talk to him. Same thing with Corey Webster and Michael Dubb. These are guys that are like in my corner that help me out, not just physically but also mentally. And I gotta mention TJ Sumler.
Yeah.
He's like an uncle to me, man.
Hitman in the house.
Yeah, I've known TJ since I was about 12 years old, and it's the same deal with him and Joe. Like TJ's helped me out mentally and financially in so many ways, man. I can't even begin to thank that guy. So that's another person I'll be taking care of once I get well off, which is like I said, within 3-4 years.
Gonna be a millionaire in 3 or 4 years?
For sure.
Awesome.
100%.
We had Whitman in the other day, and he said that Herbert was not a good leader. What do you say to that?
Right. I don't know what he's talking about. Maybe Whitman just doesn't know Herbert. You know, maybe he doesn't know him the way I know him.
Maybe he got arrested.
Maybe he has been arrested.
Yeah, or maybe he got arrested. But from my experience with Herbert, man, he's always been a good leader. I can go to him about anything. You know, even now, Herbert's getting ready for a fight, and he's watching film on my guy. text me about my guy. You know, he doesn't have to do that. He can just focus on himself and be selfish. You know, I wouldn't blame him. You know, but like I said, he's a coach and he's a family man. He's like a father. He's like that. He's like another father figure in my life.
Yeah, he's a great coach, man.
You guys, it seemed like you guys were initially, when you first came to the gym, you guys maybe had a little friction, and it seems like that's all been boiled over. Was there any initial friction when you first started at the gym?
With who?
With Herbert? Eric Herbert?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I was just afraid of him.
Yeah, I was just afraid of him.
I was just like nervous. I don't know why. I can't explain why. I just was.
Yeah, I had him on. I asked if he had ever had any trouble relating to some of the younger black athletes just because he was a policeman. So that was kind of like the line I was going down. If you thought it was like a racial problem or a police problem. No, it's like a serious thing, though.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I think around that time, that was also when, like, that was right after the whole... Not right after, but a little bit after the whole Trayvon Martin thing.
Right, it was around that time.
But
there was a lot of tension.
Right, there was a lot of tension, but I didn't take any of that into consideration. Like I said, I took it as a job. I was like, I come here to work, and so this is my job. This is what I had to talk to. But you know, he's more than that. You know, he's a friend, and he's a role model. So
awesome.
Shout out to Herbert too.
He's like an angel on my shoulder. He's got to be one of the best corner guys in the business.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, where Eric's in my corner, I'm just, you know, I feel confident. He keeps me calm. Great guy.
When Ray's still got breath left to tell him he's a great guy.
Thank you.
Coach! Speaking of running out of gas. So, one time you ran out of gas in your fight with Armin Guyton.
Yeah.
What did you learn from that fight? That was your only loss, your only blemish on an otherwise perfect record.
Right. From that fight, I learned to trust my own skill set, you know? I really wanted to stand up with that guy. I feel like I could have really pieced him up. But, I don't know. I guess all my coaches were telling me to take him down. So I was like, I'm going to just keep trying to take him down, you know?
And you took him down a lot.
I took him down a lot, and he got back up a lot, which gassed me out. I feel like had I, been myself, you know, the guy that I am now, after that fight, I, like, reinvented myself. I was like, I looked in the mirror, I went home, I was like, you know what? I love this shit. I really do. I went home. I puked like crazy. I was crying and stuff. But as I got done with all that, I looked in the mirror. I was like, yeah, I stood in there and fought, man. That's what I dreamed about. You know, that's a small version of it. That's what I dreamed about. And I was like, I love this. You know, and you know, you get that first loss, you choose right then and there. Do you want to be a champion, or is this what you want to do, or do you want to shy away and go do something else? You know, and right at that moment, right then and there, I knew, you know, I'm ready. I'm ready for the next level.
I was cage side for that fight, and there was one moment in that fight somewhere in the fourth round where you had him against the cage and you're just hanging on. He was punching you. I looked in your eyes, and I thought that was a moment where we're going to see who the real Solomon Renfro was. And in that moment, you fought through the exhaustion. And you continued to try and take him down. That was the point where you got hit with like 13 or 14 shots there, and you stopped moving. Yeah. And then you're like, fuck, the rest started coming in. You started moving again because you could have just stood there and let the fight stop. And a lot of guys would do that, to be honest with you. Like, you know when the ref's coming in.
Yeah,
you really do
know. I know. I saw him coming. I was like, no way. Even for that fight, man, I went through a lot of stuff. I'm not going to make no excuse for it. I went through a lot of stuff that morning. That morning of the fight, like 2 hours before the fight. Things that I'm not going to stay on the radio here. But even
it's okay. It's a podcast, not the radio. You can tell it.
Nah, but yeah, I was going to think of my mom like that. But even there, man, I saw that ref coming. I was like, no way, he's not about to finish me. And even then, I was like, I'm gonna find a way to win. I went back to the corner in round 4. At the end of that round, I was like, man, I could do something. I could try something. Even though I was gassed, and my body was just telling me, Sal, just stop. You know, it's okay. And people were just looking at me like it's okay. And I was like, it's not okay. You know, I'm a champion. I gotta win. And that was my third fight. And that guy's record was 5-2 at the time. And I was 2-0. And I was whooping his ass, to be real. In the first 2 rounds, it wasn't even close. And then I started getting gassed, and he came back and beat me. Honest. And now, you know, if I fought that guy now, I smoke him. You know, I do respect him, but it wouldn't even be close. I smoke him. You know, all of them. I'll smoke all of them, but especially him. Because
he was actually beating Liam for a little bit until Liam ended up armbarring him.
That's because he has a lot of holes in this game, you know, and I had a lot of holes in my game at that time too. Like, I was real green. I was 2-0. I had never been out of the first round before that fight, and I went 5 rounds. That's a big jump, you know, going from 30-second fights to 15 minutes in there.
The biggest thing I would say from your fight to now is that you've improved your jiu-jitsu so much. your top game, at that point, it was just like, get on top. You're going to punch him a couple times. He's going to be back up on his feet and gone. Right. Now you're finishing dudes in the practice room all the time, man. It hasn't really translated to the fights because usually you get on top and you punch them out. But it does because you're able to hold them down in that position. Can you talk about the growth you've gone through in jiu-jitsu?
Yeah, for sure. Let me start off by saying shout out to Michael T. Shultz, man. Dr. Shultz, that's what I call him.
YouTube's in the house.
Yeah, man, he's helped me so much with my jiu-jitsu game, man. Now I'm pulling submissions from everywhere, anywhere I want. A lot of guys sleep on my ground game because I never show it. But if I was ever packed up against the wall, I would rip that freaking arm off and take it home. Throw it in the oven, like that easy. Seriously, these guys don't understand. Like my ground games is coming up to a new level. My stand up's already up there, but my ground game's coming up to a very, very high level. Yeah, but I don't feel troubled by nobody on the ground. I roll with Michael Dubb, Matt Godden, Brandon Muckle. Those guys alone, just rolling with those 4 guys, they used to smoke me. Now I'm trying to get on top every once in a while. Trying to win a little bit. So, yeah, and WNYMMA Jiu-Jitsu, man, it's just no joke. You got a lot of killers in there. A lot of killers. We even got females in there that are killers, man. Shout out to Patrick Mick's girlfriend, Nicole Hess, man. She helped me out a lot for this camp, too. I rolled with her. And she's a killer.
Her hip bump sweep is pretty sick.
Yeah, her hip bump sweep is pretty sick, So, on our big blue mats, we like to call them the ocean, and those guys are the sharks. And
Emme Weber just said, them big, strong legs, you can't get them off you. Beast!
Thank you.
What about her? She's a pretty damn good wrestler. She almost took me down the first time I rolled her. I was like, Jesus fucking Christ.
Oh, man.
She's like a 105-pound girl.
Yeah, the first time I rolled with Emme Weber, we wrestled, actually. We were doing an MMA class, and she took me down. I was like, holy, who is this girl? It was so fast. The first time I ever saw her, she fought Mans, and, man, her wrestling was just on point in that fight. It was ridiculous. And even when I roll with her now, she's just so fast. Her hips are so quick. She's also a special athlete. She's someone that helps me out a lot, too. So,
yeah, definitely. We got a lot of great female athletes at WNYMMA.
For sure. Andrew Hoffman, Cherrelle Warren. We got a lot of great athletes over there.
Heck yeah. Cherrelle has been watching and giving lots of thumbs up, too. She hasn't commented yet. But she's on there for Coach Renfro.
Cherrelle's getting better, too, man. Yeah, I have Cherrelle doing, like, some pad work that a lot of the MMA guys now, some of pro athletes can't do. They can't do it, and she can. So, shout out to myself, too, because I'm great at teaching. But, yeah, she's great at learning. So, that's one of the many clients that I have.
All right, well, we're going to teach you how to do Caveman shameless plugs right now. So, if someone wants to take some lessons from you, can you talk about how much you charge and where to get a hold of you and how to set it up?
You guys want to take lessons from me, you guys can inbox me on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter, or email solomonrenfro@yahoo.com. I usually charge, depending on what you want, $40 to $60 per session. Now, like I said, depending on what you want. If you want more details, you can inbox me on that. But usually, it's things like getting your body in shape, basic self-defense, things like that. And you also get to train with a world champion, so who wouldn't want to do that,
How much do you charge a Caveman?
How much would I charge you?
Yeah.
Talk to me afterwards.
I want to train with a world champion.
I can't put that out there.
Cherrelle said, thanks, guys. I'm driving and listening. I saw that she's listening, so I want to throw her out there. How do you feel about training in the gi? We had a big discussion about this on the Whitman podcast. I've seen you put the gi on. You've been training in the gi a lot.
At first, before that Ernest Guyton fight, I didn't train the gi at all. I thought it was freaking stupid. I was like, man, I don't fight in that stupid gi. It's not going to help me do anything. But after the fight, I really humbled myself, and I put the gi on, and I started training the gi. And, man, the difference is just remarkable. I'm more controlled when I take the gi off. My submissions are tighter. I'm a lot smoother in my transitions. The gi is great, man, regardless of whether you wear it in a fight or not. It definitely took my jiu-jitsu game to a whole nother level.
I'm just giving Ray a face because he's making buzzing coming over here because I was playing with his phone while we're talking to the real stars of the show, Ray. Come on. That's what we're here for. Oh, you're doing it again, man. Just unplug your phone from there.
I did.
Oh, all right. Jesus Christ. It's always the co-host's fault. It's never the host's fault. You were pretty pissed off.
Mickey's fault.
Yeah, it's always Mickey's fault. He broke the other stupid mic.
I bet he did.
Yeah. He tried to take it home with him.
I bet he did.
Yo, he put his mouth on the mic and everything.
This one?
No, the one that's gone. The one that's broke.
Okay.
The last time we rolled in a gi, you were pretty pissed off. I kept grabbing your lapel. I just wanted to say that.
Yeah, I hate that. I mean, I hate it. It's just something I love to hate, man. It's just like training. I love it, but I hate it at the same time.
You've gone down and trained with Stipe. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Oh, yeah, that's awesome. I get on there every once in a while. Shout out to Strong Style MMA down in Cleveland, Ohio with the champion, Stipe Miocic, man, heavyweight champion, about to defend his belt against Junior Dos Santos, I think that is. And they got some killers in that gym. They got a couple of UFC guys, Jessica I. And
I'm trying to get her on a podcast too, man.
A couple other guys, man.
You got to hook us up with Stipe before you go.
All right, I got you. And shout out to Marcus Marinelli too. I always send him my fights. He reviews and helps me out too. He is the coach over at Strong Style. But yeah, man, when I go down there, it's always great work. It's a beautiful atmosphere down there, man. It's huge. The whole team. I love it down there, man. A lot like WNYMMA, man. They took me in like family, and they take me in like family every time I go. So shout out to them. And Stipe Miocic, he's a great guy, man. The first time I met him, he was like walking around the gym like barking and stuff, and I was like, oh crap, Stipe Miocic, man. I was like a little starstruck, but I was like, I'm gonna go get him. And then he tapped me out like 50 times. So
what are the differences in the way they train and the way you train here?
I took a lot of things from them, but not too much different. I would say compared to like my gym, they have about as far as MMA team goes, they got about 20 to 50 guys in practice every day, and they always do training conditioning afterwards, and they might spar a little bit more. That's the only real difference, you know. And I mean, they do a lot of training conditioning afterwards, so that's the big difference. After every practice, they do training conditioning. But besides that, I don't see no difference, man. WNYMMA, they're rising up for sure. Gonna have some killers in a couple of years. Definitely some guys in UFC in there in a couple of years for sure.
Definitely, we got two guys that are right on the cusp. I would say you and Pat Mix.
Yeah, and also, man, Sean Felton, man, he's another guy.
He's got a great following behind him too. He's got that little that Superfly thing, like that.
Yeah,
holier than thou attitude, and
right.
It really sells really well with him, and he's great with sponsors, and he's gonna be someone that can really make it. And dude, he kicks like a fucking mule, dude. Oh my god.
Oh my goodness, man, he really does. Oh, not to mention, we also got some pretty good boxers at WNYMMA too, man. We got Griffin, Alex. I don't want to butcher their last names. We got Ali Rexto, who does MMA as well. But I mean, I get help from all of them. Dante. I use everything I possibly can at WNYMMA, man. It's a great atmosphere, like family over there. I love it.
Awesome, man.
We got David being a smart ass.
Yeah. Whitman said, "How long has this dude even been training?" Ha 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 ha. Whitman.
Yeah. I'm not gonna respond to that.
All right. He knows the number if he wants to call.
Right. If he wants to call, he can call.
Did you try the combo hitter out while you were down there?
I did.
Did you?
It's actually, yeah, I did. It's pretty cool. I like it.
Awesome.
I like it.
I got one.
Let me hold that. Let me hold that.
Well, I gotta go over to Ray's.
You know what though?
Can you give an endorsement for it right now so I can send it to Brad Kohler?
The creator?
How would you rate the combo hitter?
10 out of 10 for sure. I loved it, man. It's like everything that you need in a heavy bag, but the things that you don't need as well. Like it doesn't move around. Sometimes that's annoying. I liked how it moves with my punches. It never like hurt my arm or anything. I wasn't like jamming anything up. The combo hitter is a great thing. I recommend it to everybody.
Awesome, man. We're gonna clip that out and we're gonna send it to him so maybe we can use you to endorse his product.
Maybe you know what we gotta do? We gotta take him to my house where he can use it.
Yeah, we're gonna film you using the combo hitter.
Great. I need one of those at home.
Yeah.
So for if I get mad at my girl.
All right, since you brought your girl up on the air, how are things going with her?
She's great.
Good. Are you guys gonna stick it together?
I hope so.
Yeah, like you're gonna follow. She's gonna ride with you all the way to the top. You're not gonna. When we come back in 10 years, you're not gonna have some 18-year-old blonde girl, blonde girl hanging out with you.
Definitely not gonna be 18 years old. There's another girl, but I can't see that. She's like my D Devlin to Conor McGregor. You know, that's
what I was gonna go right there, man.
She's there. Actually, after the first loss to Ernest Guyton, she was like the only person that I really talked to. I went to her house. I didn't go home. I went to her house. I stayed over there for the week, so no one knew where I was, and she helped me out a lot. So I'll never forget that.
I'm a big family man myself. You know that. I've been, I'm always with my wife and my son. My son's here now, hanging out, watching us, because he wanted to hang out with Mr. Sol. And there's just that support that you get from someone that's really special and tied to your life. And can you talk about that a little bit and how much strength it gives you in the cage?
Yeah, man.
And then you owe me for this, so when your girl watches this, she's gonna love you even more.
Right. It definitely it means a lot more than she knows. Sometimes she does get on my nerves, but at the end of the day, I know she's my ride or die. No matter if we break up or what, we'll always be together. Even if we're not together, if that makes sense.
That makes sense.
She'll always be, if not a lover, a friend. Regardless, her and her family has done a lot for me. Shout out to all of them, the Miles family, Green family. Yeah, they're great. I love them.
Awesome, man. I want to make sure we got that in there too, because I know you guys have been over to my house once and ate over, and I just want to make sure you get a shot. I can see like how it is. You got that little something special between the two of you. So
yeah, for sure.
I always like when I put you out there, and I did it without telling you about it. I wanted to see what you were gonna say. If it sucked really bad, we just cut it out. But we're going live, so we can't do that.
Wow. Well, good thing I'm good at talking, huh?
Hell yeah. So let's talk about your trash talking a little bit too.
I don't talk trash to people. People keep saying that trash talk. I don't believe in that. I just tell the truth.
When you're talking and you talk over people like you did today on the thing, I don't think that's trash talking. That's just you being you. I was just talking about the stuff on the internet a little bit sometimes.
Oh, like who? Like what?
Like some of the stuff that you got into, but it had some heated social media exchanges. Is how I would put it.
They come at me, man. Like I think it first started last year when I fought for the FCP title. That was my first title I won. I had a lot of guys on there talking about how they're gonna snatch that belt, and I was just telling them, you're not gonna snatch shit. You're gonna try, and I'm gonna whoop your ass, and I'm gonna take the belt home. But you can learn from it. Same thing I told Tate. I respect the guy. Yeah, he probably does train hard, or maybe he doesn't. I don't know. I don't care. He's gonna show up, and he's gonna get destroyed, and then he's gonna go back to Alabama, go back to school, and live the rest of his life. It'll be a learning experience for him.
Try not to knock too many of his brain cells out if you guys.
And then all the guys that I'm beating up right now, they're gonna be like, wow. When I'm a legend, they're gonna be like, wow, I got to fight Sol and Renfro.
He kicked my ass.
Yeah, they're gonna tell their kids that.
Some are gonna be able to say they went 3 minutes with Sol and Renfro.
Yeah, and that's gonna mean something one day. It really, really will. I'm not joking. I swear to God, it will.
Some people mistake arrogance for confidence, and some people say you're a very arrogant person.
I wanted to address that too. Man, arrogance is just someone talking without knowing anything or without nothing to back it up. Confidence comes from me putting in the work, and my life experiences, knowing things that I've been through in my life. Things that I've been through in my life, they prepared me for this. Things that I've been through, guys have never been through. I couldn't even imagine. Things I can't even say on the radio. And the amount of work I put in, like I said, it is an insane regimen. It is insane. I work all day. I treat it like I work 3 jobs, not just one. I'm a fighter, I'm a promoter, I'm a marketer, and all that. I'm more. I put in an insane amount of work. They don't understand. That's where my confidence comes from, because I know 100% they don't work as hard as I do. I know. Like I said, I've been down there to those top gyms, and I've seen how those UFC guys work, and I outwork them. I outwork all of them. No one works as hard as me. Nowhere near.
I think we got Whitman on the line.
Hello?
Okay.
Hello?
Hello, Ray.
Who is this?
Dave Whitman. Who do you think?
Jesus Christ. We got the villain on.
The villain.
Yeah.
What's up?
Hey, I do want to say right off the jump that, Sal, you're right. They do mistake arrogance and confidence often. I agree with that.
Thank you.
And then also that everybody that is fighting on the ground force fights card with me, I want to give a plug to the Thomas Take Sports Podcast. He's going to be adding all the combatants, and he's going to be doing a live feed and breaking down all the fights tonight. So Jeff, add that. Ray, all you guys that are listening.
Did you just do a shameless Caveman plug on the Caveman show? What
Yes, I did. I called up to give a plug for another podcast.
I'm deleting that right out. I'm gonna put a big bleep over that.
It's your part. That's your partner, your new partner, Caveman. So you got to interact with it a little bit, man.
Oh, all right, I guess I can give him a plug.
Yeah, give him a plug a little bit. But yeah, check. He's gonna be adding everybody, and he's gonna be working with Den's announcing the ground force fights. His name's Ryan Thomas, and he'll be doing a live Facebook feed later. So everybody get on there and check that out.
All right.
So other than that, I don't got no shit to talk. Solomon, you the man. If any of your haters call up and push them back, man. Put them on their heels.
Thanks, homie.
Solomon don't got no haters.
Yeah, right.
Everybody's got a few haters. Especially you, Caveman.
I don't got no haters. Everyone likes me. Who doesn't like me, Dave?
I don't know. So I know a guy's name that rhymes with
Shipman?
Hitman.
Hitman likes me.
No, man, you're cool. You're cool. Only when people ain't looking, you're a dickhead.
Only to you, Dave. Only to you. All right, get off. We got time.
Right, guys.
We got Solomon here. We don't got time for this shit.
Have fun. I'm watching.
All right, there. Yeah, even Whitman doesn't got nothing bad to say about you. How about that?
That's good. That's a pride. I thought he was gonna try to nail me. I'm joking.
That's smart. That's smart.
I gotta say, the only guy that I think deserved a trash talk was that the white guy that hated black people. I can't even think of his name. The dude you mashed up in TNT.
Oh yeah, that dude.
Oh,
Ray had some shit for that guy too.
Yeah.
You want to say anything
Chris
to him?
Reap or
Reap, yeah, Chris Reap.
Yeah.
From Virginia.
He went down to what? He went back down to the south.
Yeah, he better have.
I wanted to whoop his ass. I seen him in Rochester. I said, "What's up now?" He took off.
For all you guys that don't know what happened with that, I want to bring this to light because I hate racism, and I actually wrote a big thing about that guy, and I kind of pumped him up. I didn't know what kind of person he was. I do that everybody for TNT, but since I said good things about him, I want to make sure we get the truth out too. So go ahead, Saul, because this is a one trash talk that you did that I actually really enjoyed.
Yeah, man. I don't know what's wrong. I don't know what was wrong with that guy. I mean, leading up to the fight, he didn't say too much because I was talking about Connor Gibbons. All he said was "Be ready, boy." And then at the weigh-ins, he was like, "Be ready, boy." He kept calling me boy, and I was like, "Why do you call me boy like some type of slave or something like that?" But it's whatever.
I mean, some guys do that though. That I didn't think anything of it at that time until the comments that he made later.
And then, so we get in the fight. I whoop his ass like I told him I would, like I tell everyone else. Then afterwards, he's like goes on there and he's like talking about niggers and all this other crazy stuff. I was like, whoa, who is this guy? Like, why is he saying that? And then he got into it with a couple of my teammates. And also, mind you, this happened the same day as I'm getting ready to fight at the Joe Louis Arena in Detroit. This happens that morning. Everyone's like wishing me luck, and he goes on there and starts talking crap and all this racist BS. But I mean, my teammates took care of that for me. So yeah, I don't know, man. Chris Reap, you got a lot of issues to clear up, man. That's not cool.
He's a bitch.
What did you say to him, Ray? Ray had a big thing about that too.
Nah, I just told him he's a bitch, and I will whoop his ass when I see him.
And then you saw him. And
I seen him in Rochester here for his boys, some girls, and I said, "What's up now?" And he took off. That
was a show I came late to, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I met you there, and he's like, "Guess what happened, man? I saw Reap." And I was like, "What happened?" He's like, "Him and his boys ran away."
Yeah, he's a pussy.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I got one more bone to pick with you. All of the production people are always pissed off at you because every time you fight, there's a big pool of blood in the cage. So we think you need to carry some Donnie with you or something to the cage and clean up your own messes. What do you got to say about that?
These dudes need to learn how to fight, man. They don't know how to fight. Like I said, even there's guys in the UFC right now that can't fight. You know, it's just the truth. They don't know. They don't train hard. They think they know, but they don't know. And that's just it.
I was being like Billy the Kid. I was adjusting the board so I can sound cool. Anything else you gotta say, Saul?
Nothing really, man. Just for everyone that thinks I'm just some young kid that's just talking junk, man. I swear I'm so much more. There's so much more than that. You know, I come to my fights wearing a suit. I learned that in high school. I was learning that from my granddad. You show up how you want to be treated. You know, I show up like a professional, so they treat me like a professional. I show up clean, so they treat me respectfully.
I got one thing about the suit while we're talking about the suit. How the fuck do you get into the suit so quick after your fight? God damn it. I know you talked to some of the other guys about how to get dressed that quick. Can you... let's say Solomon fights about 2 hours into the show because he's usually near the main event, right? So he fights 2 hours in the show. Say his fight lasts about maybe 8 minutes because you got to do the walkout and they introduce you and shit. Saul beats the guy in about 4 minutes. About 6 minutes after he leaves the cage, he's out walking around in the crowd in his suit. So how do you do that shit? Is it like spraying or what's going on, dude?
No, when I was in high school, actually, I went to Canisius High School, and I used to have to wear a shirt and tie every day, and sometimes a blazer on Fridays and Saint Day and things like that. So I always learned like in the morning before school, I would always try to sleep in way more than I should. So I always had like my stuff tied already, so I could just throw it on. So after the fights, I have my tie already on my shirt mostly buttoned up, my pants already sitting out, my shoes sitting out. So after the fight, I go wash up real quick and just throw the stuff on the same way I used to do before school, and it looks great. So
God, you do look so great.
That's what I do for the suits.
You see how I get dressed up for the shows a little bit too. I just got a regular button up shirt, and it takes me like 25 minutes to get all that shit on and like all the buttons buttoned up right so they're not crooked.
But then all the fighters fucking hug you and shit.
I know. And then
Yeah. You got sweaty people hugging you. That's not cool.
And
you got a suit on, all bloody and stuff.
Yeah, that's why I don't wear a tie. I definitely don't want to get blood all over I only got 2 ties. I don't want to get them all fucked up.
I got some ties if you need some.
Yeah.
Ties.
I don't think I can pull off your ensemble, man. I'm a little too white for that.
Hey, hell yeah. Hey, if any of you fighters or coaches or promoters want to get some nice suits, go down to Fine Menswear down at the Water Galleria Mall. Talk to my man Z, or you call him Zen. He does all the fitted suits. He fits me every time. He was gonna fit me on Monday. Get yourself a nice clean cut looking suit. Also shout out to East Coast Ink, my tattoo sponsor.
Can you show your tattoo?
Jimmy East. Put this little dragon.
Hang on, I'm gonna come over and show it.
It's not nearly done yet. You know, he just started it. I just never went back because I was in the middle of fight camp. But this is just like the first session. You know, it's nowhere near done. So shout out to him, East Coast Inc., 1414 Miller Sport Highway, right by UB. So all you UB students out there, go check out East Coast Inc., get yourself a nice deal. He's offering great deals, like half off all the time. So, you know, and go out there and say the Black Dragon sent you, he'll hook you up. Also shout out to WTF Chef, WTF Gym, WTF Pro Shop, and WTF MMA over on Union Road. My man Chef Pat Koch owns all those. He's a great guy, man. He's got me in super shape. I used to be 213 in October walking around, right? And eating his food and following his diet. I was walking around now on a bad day when I eat bad at night at like 85. So
damn,
ridiculous.
I need to go there. I weigh 260.
Yeah, that'll hook you up, right? You definitely need to get there. You got to put the Burger King down though.
Yeah.
Can you talk about him a little bit? I know you guys got a lot going on, and he's done a lot of good stuff for you. Can you talk about him just a little bit?
Yeah,
I mean, you don't gotta like spill your secrets, but
no. Yeah, Chef Pat. I met him through another sponsor of mine, a friend of mine too as well, Eddie Cunningham. Eddie Cunningham hooked me up with Chef Pat, and the second I went down there, man, he treated me like family. Man, I could ask him for almost anything, and he'll find a way to help me out. He always buys a bunch of tickets off me. As far as diet goes, I can call him in the middle of the night, like, yo, dude, I'm craving something. Like, one time I called him, I was getting ready for the fight in PA when I went to go fight Edwin Taylor. I called him at like, I had like 7 more pounds to lose in like 3 days or something like that. And it's not that bad, but I really, really wanted like a Snickers bar or something. So I called Chef Pat and I was like, dude, I got a crazy taste for something. And he helped me out and told me what to eat. So things like that, you know, he's a great friend. The whole WTF team down there, the gym, the nutritionists, all of them, man, they're all great people, man. They're all like family to me. I love them all. Shout out to all you guys. You got any other sponsors? I see you going through your phone there. Yeah. Actually, I do. Let me find them. Shout out to So High. My man Polo Kerber, he owns So High. Is that like a weed shop? No. Oh. No. Oh, man. I was like, I don't know if we can advertise that on here. No, So High is a sneaker shop.
Oh man, that sounds cool. High tops.
Yeah,
Old school?
Anything you want. They can do anything you want. They customize your shoes.
Is that where Superfly gets his joints from?
No.
Right.
Not yet, but he should go.
Yeah.
Sean, you need to be going so high. But yeah.
Felon, check that place out, man.
Yeah. They're sweet, man. They customize shoes. They customize NFL players' cleats, basketball players' sneakers, anything you need. Clothing, they have all that. Yeezys, you guys that are in the Kanye West, the new Yeezys that he come out, they get any type of shoe you need. And if you want to customize, they'll have it done. Shout out to the Jewelry Center. It's owned by my man Bari. Over at the Galleria Mall. He's also a judo specialist. Some of you guys might know him. He trains at Buffalo United. Caveman,
the black belt? He sells jewelry
the black
too?
belt, yep. He
God
sells
damn.
jewelry. Nice stuff, man. Get you guys iced out like a rapper.
Dude, I've known Barry for over a year and a half now. He's never even told me he sold jewelry.
Yeah, he sells jewelry.
He's not a very good salesman, Barry. What the fuck are you doing? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, he's pretty good, man.
I would have bought some shit for my girl.
I got to go see him on Monday. He's gonna get me all iced out for the fight. Shout out to Zach. He also works at the front desk at WNYMMA. He helped me make my banner. And he's also just a great friend of mine. He's a great front desk guy. Shout out to him.
Yeah, he's cool.
Shout out to the whole WNYMMA team, man. They're all family to me. I'm grateful for every single one of you guys, even though I might not say it all the time. I really am. So that's about it. Let's get
what
this
about
belt.
Ray?
Shout out to Ray. Shout out to Raymond Aries, man.
Yeah, Ray.
Shout out to Raymond Aries. Big dog Ray.
Sounds good.
But besides that, yeah, thank you guys all. Thank you guys for having me on. Thank you guys for this camp. Shout out to King of the Cage for getting me ready for this fight. Getting me this fight. Shout out to my teammates for getting me ready for the fight. And we're about to do what we do, get this money, knock this dude out, take this belt, and get ready for the next fight and go into the pros and take over there next.
All right, I got one last question for you. When does Solomon Renfro turn pro?
So I turn pro probably after this fight, unless I have to defend it. If I have to defend it, then I defend it, and then I go pro. But most likely after this fight, I go take over the pros.
Are you going pro in King of the Cage, or are you just looking unattached, or you can't say?
I can't tell you. I got a lot of options on the line. But when I do go pro, I'll be getting paid pretty good. So, man, that's my first couple fights. So, I'll be getting paid pretty good.
Awesome. I would just like you to remember that we had you on Caveman's Corner when you're just fighting for your amateur title. So when you're fighting for your professional title, if you could come back, man, I'd really appreciate it. And I say that in all seriousness because I really do feel like you're going to make it that far. And I would like you to promise it right now on air that when you're fighting for a UFC or a World Series of Fighting or a Bellator title, or any other organization that starts at the equal level, that you will come back and you will be on Caveman's Corner once again.
I 100% promise. Thank you guys for the support.
Wait, hold on. I got to be the co-host.
And Ray one's got to be the co-host.
And Ray can be the co-host. I 100% promise I'll be back when I'm fighting for that. When I'm getting ready to win that world title at whatever organization it is. I thank you guys for supporting me and having me on here. And once again, thank you to everyone that's helped me get this far and everything else that we're going to do throughout my career. Thank you guys. I really appreciate it.
I got one more question. You got any tickets left for King of Cage?
Nah, I'm all sold out. I got like maybe 10. Maybe I have to scrape them around, but that's about it. I sold about 150 myself. I got some friends that helped me sell some. My sponsors helped me sell some. Cool. So yeah, I'm pretty much out. But everyone that going to King of the Cage, get ready for a great show. We got myself on there. We got Evan Printup, who's a new kid at WNYMMA. He's gonna be pretty good. We got.
I'm actually cornering Evan.
Yeah,
corner him. Yeah.
We got Caveman in the corner over there.
Oh yeah, don't miss that fight.
We got Sean Felton fighting his pro debut. We got Patrick Mix fighting another undefeated guy.
Pat Mix is a killer, just like Sol, man. Oh my god.
We got Eric Herbert, aka I like to call him John Cena, making his return.
I'll be in that corner too.
Eric Herbert making his return.
Hell yeah.
And then we got Son of a Legend, Joe Taylor, fighting the co-main event. And then we got Billy Q's coming down as well. We're kind of close. We're kind of friends now too. He's fighting for the world title at junior welterweight. That's 160 for guys that don't know. It's the King of the Cage weight class is 160 junior welterweight. He's fighting for that title.
That's because he lost his original opponent, right? Just like you did.
Yep.
Poor guy. That's the worst, dude. That fucking sucks.
Yeah, it is. It really is. But yeah, it's going to be a great night of fights. Everyone getting ready for King of the Cage. February 25th, Southern Niagara Falls Casino. Come check it out. This Saturday. Come watch us do work and put on a great performance, especially myself, because I'm going to whoop Tate's ass.
Just so you guys know.
He's getting slept.
8 days ago, Solomon Renfro had abs. That never happens. He is in shape. He's ready to go.
Yeah.
Dude, not regular abs. They were like abs, dude.
I
Like,
got abs right now.
hell
I
yeah.
got abs for days.
Yeah.
For all the ladies. Nah, stop playing. Stop playing. Nah, I got abs for days, though. And my whole team is in shape. We've been ready to take over that whole show. And Tate, you're getting murked bad. I hope you know that. I hope you listen to this podcast right now. I'm going to destroy you. I cannot wait till you show up. Because you're going to learn, though. You're going to learn. But I'm going to whoop your ass. And that's going to be that. Take my belt. Shout out to King of the Cage for giving me this opportunity. Can't wait to win this belt and then go beat up the King of the Cage welterweight champion as well, Ben, whatever his name is, because he sucks too. So that's that.
All right. So who are you going to beat up when you get to UFC? 55 or 70? That's my last question.
Both. I want to do both,
All
honestly. Tyrone Woodley, he's bigger than me, but he's like the same size as me. He's like the same height as me. But, at 55, I'd probably be murking guys too. So, but I'll murk guys at 70 too. So either way. Either one I choose.
I can't wait to see the press conference with you and Conor McGregor, man.
Yeah, me neither.
That'd be sick.
Me neither.
And you should wear a green suit just to fuck with him.
Hey, my favorite colors are purple and gold from Royalty, but I also like black because who doesn't like black? Green because I got green on, got the shoes.
Hell yeah.
Pants, shirt. Because green is like money, and who doesn't love money? So that's why I like rocking green lately.
All right, and we're going to get out of here as soon as Raymond can take us out, and I'll get the Mexican music for him in a second here.
Mexican music.
We're a little racist on Caveman's corner.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. Not like that other dude.
Yeah, definitely not like Chris Reap.
We just don't like white people.
We hate everybody.
Yeah.
All right, guys, from the Fanducing Studio, we are out of here.
Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for listening. Fight fans around the world. Don't miss out on Renfro.
See you guys later.
Tate's gonna get his ass kicked.
No, that dude's going to get his ass whooped.